WTA News. Thank you for returning again for another episode. So glad you stopped by. Hey, since you stopped by, feel free to hit that like button. It's greatly appreciated. And if you're returning, hey man, go ahead and subscribe to the channel because you're going to come back again. And don't forget, if you got any family, friends, or loved ones who you think could use any of this information, please share the link. Now, what are you here for? I know you're here for news. Well, what news could we possibly have today? So let's check it out. First one is Coinbase is backing Ripple against the SEC. Why would Coinbase be doing such a thing? The growing army of Ripple backers now looks even stronger after the United States' largest crypto exchange, Coinbase, moved to get regulatory approval to help the firm in its battle against the commission. That's right. Coinbase must have a reason for this. In a Monday petition with the District Court for the Southern District of New York, Coinbase asked Judge Annalisa N. Torres for permission to file an amicus brief in support of Ripple's legal position in the case. Amicus briefs are legal documents supplied to a court of law containing advice or information relating to a case from an organization or an individual who isn't party to a case and acts as a friend of the court. So we got some information. We really ain't involved in this, but we got some information to help the court make this decision, right? Citing its unique perspective on the issues at stake in this matter and the absence of a regulatory framework governing digital assets, Coinbase says it believes that parties like Ripple must be permitted to pursue fair notice defenses in matters where they are facing a surprise enforcement action like this one. Surprise! We know it's all bull, but hey. According to Coinbase, one of the fundamental due process protections guaranteed by the Constitution is that government agencies cannot condemn conduct as a violation of law without providing fair notice that the conduct is legal, right? So, look, we let you all do this stuff. We didn't say anything. We was like, we're just going to let y'all do it. And that's kind of the dilemma the crypto space is in right now. All these things have been going on in the crypto space, and the government did not intervene at any time. So, of course, when they feel like they want to take action, it's like, well, you let all this stuff go for so long, how can you just take action now? And so you find yourself in a pretty tough predicament. And so that's why, I don't like to talk about the Ripple SEC thing, but just looking at it for simply what it is, it really can't hold any weight. It's kind of no value. So we just got to watch this play out, but I don't see anything really coming of this other than XRP continuing to do what it does because it's doing what it does. But nonetheless, look at Coinbase sticking their neck out because they got a lot to gain. Let's not be stupid. It goes on saying, by suing sellers of XRP tokens after making public statements signaling that those transactions were lawful, the SEC has lost sight of this bedrock principle, reads the filing that, they added to it. So look, hey, you can't just turn around and say, that's lawful, that's unlawful. You can't just... You let all this stuff go, and now you want to turn around and get these people that have purchased and sold XRP. That's crazy. It says Coinbase also argued that most digital assets traded on the exchange do not represent ownership, stakes, or pay returns to investors in the way shares in public companies may do. And we understand, from the stock market, if you pay attention to it, when you buy shares of a company, you're buying ownership of that company. That's why you're buying a share or a portion or a piece of that company. Now, some of these companies promise you dividends when you purchase shares. So when you purchase your shares of a company that offers dividends, you know that you're going to be getting a return on that investment guaranteed because that's the dividend. So because cryptocurrency does not act like that by any means, does it act like that? None of that. This is where the dilemma comes in, and this is why everybody has such a major problem. So if you want to have a better understanding of your cryptocurrency, and I'm sure I've talked about this many times before, just look at the cryptocurrency, look at what it does, look at its use case. Are they promising you a return? If they're promising you a return for you purchasing their currency, they're operating under the jurisdiction of the SEC. You know what I'm saying? It's real simple. Just think about the stock market and how it operates, and boom, you got an understanding of what's really going on. Existing SEC registration requirements for national securities exchanges are currently unsuitable to the way digital asset platforms operate, says Coinbase, adding that the end result is extraordinarily costly to U.S. innovation in this new industry, and they're 100% accurate. So, I mean, kudos, Coinbase. We know you have a lot of money at stake here, but we appreciate what you're doing. We appreciate it. Now, let's move on. Some exciting information for you Doge and Shiba holders, right? Because, hey, man, I know you're excited about it. You guys are pumping it. This article says Dogecoin jumps 29% as Musk-fueled meme rally continues. Thank you, Elon Musk, for getting people to purchase more Dogecoin, right? Expecting a return. But that's not the same as in being told that you're going to get a return. That's just like people hyping things up themselves, not a business or entity doing that. And Elon is not a business or entity that is telling you to buy anything. So let me clear that up. All right, now let's get this article. It says top meme coins, Dogecoin and Shiba Inu have posted significant gains over the past 24 hours per data from CoinGecko. Billionaire investor and Twitter's new chief Elon Musk tweeted an Inu dog clothed in a Twitter shirt. So look, I mean, right, haha, surprise, but you can't take that for anything and hold it. When you do that, you're kind of, that's your own court. You're doing that. We can't keep blaming Elon for him just being who he is, because people do stuff like this all the time. Unless that man says, hey man, I'm doing this, that, and the other, then leave it alone. If anything happens, it's of your own accord. But nonetheless, if you're holding Dogecoin or Shiba, you did see a price increase. Great news, but whatever, just great news. Let's move along. El Salvador Development Bank refuses to reveal Bitcoin records. Now, this can be an ugly situation. I hope not, but let's get through this article. It says Bandeso's, El Salvador's development bank, has refused to provide information on the government's controversial Bitcoin buys, an anti-corruption body revealed Sunday. In a late weekend tweet, El Salvador's Anti-Corruption Legal Advisor Center, LAAC, which provides citizens legal aid in speaking out against corruption, released a document from the bank. In the document, Bandesol says it cannot reveal the confidential information. Bandesol is in charge of managing funds used by the Salvadoran government for its Bitcoin projects. The tiny Central American country last year became the world's first nation to adopt the cryptocurrency as legal tender. And they did, and that's great news, but people want to know where that money's going, right? ALAC criticized Bandesol for the move. The confidentiality limits the possibility for citizens to access and receive information on operations carried out with public funds by Bandesol, it said in a tweet. Now, that's fine and dandy, but if you follow the wallet address to see where any of that money goes, then you'll know where that money's going. If it's going from one address to the next address. If any of it's being cashed out, you can also see that because it has to go to an exchange to be cashed out. So you can see if it goes to another wallet, and you can see if it goes to an exchange. So don't let people overhype you and like there's some taboo stuff going on. All this stuff is tracked. So a lot of this is just smoke, right? It's just some smoke, bruh. All right, President Bukele also has bought lots of Bitcoin via his phone, right? They know that. In fact, the only information anyone has about El Salvador's purchases come via the leader's announcements on Twitter. He tweets whenever he makes a crypto purchase. Again, so it's just people blowing smoke right now. I don't know if they're trying to get the attention for what reason, but it's just smoke. It goes on to say he has spent $107 million on Bitcoin data from the website Naib Tracker shows, and the chilly crypto bear market means the leader is down $58 million. The U.S. government this year said President Bukele's Bitcoin law posed risk to the American financial system, and the IMF, the World Bank, and J.P. Morgan have also said the move was bad news. Who cares? Even Bandesol does not know how the president has invested the money. He told Decrypt the Bitcoin investments are managed by him from his mobile phone. But despite the criticism, President Bukele remains a popular. CID Gallup poll released earlier this month showed the leader to have the highest approval ratings in Latin America. So with that, we can close with the news. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you got some value in it. Don't forget to hit that like button, and I'll catch you in the next episode.